so sick of this weekend. I don't even want to hear.
Welcome back to This Takes the Cake. I'm here with a very special guest who's usually never in front of the camera because she likes to put us in front of the camera. Ladies and gentlemen, Payton Elmore.
I was going to say, like, happy to be here, but I'm always here. You just don't ever see me.
Well, I was about to say our very special guest who's never been here before, but I'm like, no, she's actually always here.
For every episode.
Yeah.
The only ones that I, like, don't hear as we record are the ones that are virtual because of the headphones. But
yeah, but she's still sitting there.
Yeah, making
listening
sure
to
it's
us.
okay. Hold on, you have a hair connected to the mic.
See?
Dallas
See
is
what I
having
mean?
a morning already.
I'm having an interesting morning. Listen, this is my first podcast
Yeah.
This is my first podcast after a wedding for spring season. And I feel like that is
okay.
why I can't speak,
Okay.
because I do so much communication in one day that I go silent for the next 2 days. And then day 3, when
Finding
God
your
created
personality again.
Yeah. What
Do you want to debrief the wedding?
Sure.
Okay, go for it.
Sure. Well, wait, are we going to do a whole podcast episode on it? Because there was something crazy that happened.
Yeah, leave out the crazy. Give us just a brief rundown.
Okay, it was at a university campus, which I'd never done before, at CCU here in Myrtle Beach. And that was actually really cool. Like, if you took off the logos and, like, labeling, you would not know that it was at CCU. Like, it looked like it was a very nice...
I'm excited to see the pictures. I mean, I've never been to the campus,
And
so
the couple was beautiful. Like, I just love when we have pretty couples. Like, I just love pretty people.
Right.
I do. I just love when we have pretty couples, and they were so pretty and so nice. They had a very small wedding party, which, speaking of trends, I feel like that's a big trend. Is not no one stood with them except for their best man and their maid of honor, which was their brother and sister. So
Makes
and then
it easy for you.
And then the groom had a few more groomsmen, but they all sat down.
Yeah.
And the rehearsal was probably the fastest rehearsal I've ever done in my life.
Did they walk in like down the aisle then sit, or
They
they
did.
just already sat?
Yeah, the groomsmen, everyone except for the best man escorted someone in. So, like, all of the groomsmen had a job. Like, they all had a duty.
Okay.
So they didn't just walk in one by one.
Yeah.
Which I've done before, too. But they all, like, brought down, like, grandma or mom or mother of the bride or whatever.
Yeah.
So that was cute. The family had been close for a long time, so they all, like, knew each other. It was really cute.
Sounds like it was a good one to kick
It was
off
good.
the
There was a
season.
crazy instance that happened.
Yeah. I think we got to give that one some time.
Yeah. I'm still recovering.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
We also don't have all the details.
No. And
so
I'm trying
maybe
to
when
get
we have
them.
the full story.
Mm-hmm. That's on my list for today is investigate further for that, because I couldn't find anything this weekend, but I need help.
Yeah, it was a busy weekend. My sister came to work.
How was your sister's experience?
So it was she worked like her first wedding. She'd never worked a wedding before. She's been a bridesmaid, and that's probably the extent of her wedding experience, but she can follow directions. So she came and she
Thank God.
Decorated tables and all of that. And she was there for 10 hours. And she came home and I was like, how was it? She goes, it was horrible.
It's not for the weak.
It's
like, really not.
My feet hurt so bad.
Yeah.
The wind was so bad.
She was a college athlete, guys.
Yeah.
Like, she knows what's bad. Oop.
It's okay.
It's even scarier when you're doing.
Yeah. So now instead of me cutting out me yelling at Dallas.
Yeah.
it'll be in the
Now you're
podcast.
gonna see what I go through every time I do a podcast, and I'm trying not to sit back. Listen. If I ever don't look good in these podcasts, just look away. Please. Just don't look at me, okay? Look at Payton. She cut her own hair last night.
You have to call me out like that.
I know. It does look good, though.
Thanks.
Okay. What are we talking about today, producer?
So today we're going to be talking about, we've talked about social media before, how like that's a lot of the impact on how people decide what they're going to do. But
sure.
we're going to get a little more specific. Also, we did that podcast like 6 months ago.
That's
We're on to
crazy.
new things now. That's how fast it
It's
moves.
so true. I was literally talking to Caroline, about my wedding for this weekend, how whenever we planned it, like 8 months ago when we got our, floral order and our rental order together, there was a lot of trends going on then that now I'm going to see them on the 20th and I'm going to be like, they're still cool. They're still really pretty. It's just because I'm a wedding planner, I see weddings every single weekend. So now I'm like, it's not as unique as it was when we planned it a year ago. So yeah, but anyway, continue.
So, first I want to talk about how we have a podcast Instagram now.
Yeah.
Which I think Caroline talked about it, but
Caroline's really excited about it.
So it's This Takes the Cake podcast on Instagram. And we obviously have SMB Instagram, but we created it because SMB is kind of like our portfolio for all the weddings that we do.
Yeah.
But with the podcast Instagram, we get to be a little more silly. So
yeah, it has been a little more silly.
We get to kind of make fun of ourselves a little bit more.
Yeah, it's been a lot more fun. Like you can use kind of like stock images, or not stock images, but like memes almost, like wedding memes.
Yeah.
Which is funnier.
Yeah.
And I feel like the more you do it, the more, because I repost wedding memes all the time to my story because I'm a wedding planner. So it's like, wedding planner things.
Yeah, so it's like quotes and funny photos and behind the scenes of us and stuff like that. So check that out first.
It's really fun. It is really fun.
I didn't pay her to say that, even though it sounds like it.
I was making fun of myself the way I said it. Okay, keep going.
So one thing that we're going to talk about is like installations. And I told you that I went down a seating chart rabbit hole.
Yeah.
But they were so cool. I was like, we can't do a whole episode on seating charts, but
it
might be half. But it might be half the episode.
Except for that, we could do a whole. We could do a whole podcast about seating charts.
Well, I have more, but than just seating charts. But one that I have seen, I probably saw it like a year ago. Is the fortune cookie seating chart.
Every time we need an idea,
I'm like, do a fortune cookie.
Do a fortune cookie. And I love that idea, but it's gonna, I feel like it needs such a specific bride. Like it needs someone who's trendy and like wants something really fun.
I also don't know how they do it.
I have no clue. Well, actually I do have a clue. You can get fortune cookies made.
I mean, you can do anything online now.
Exactly.
So.
You can do anything.
They're like hung on like a little nail, so they're like all on display.
Oh, I cannot imagine putting that together.
But
don't eat the fortune cookie. Don't eat the fortune cookie that's sitting outside.
Fortune cookies. Anyway, so some of them are decorated, some are chocolate, some are like that's sprinkled, cute. Whatever. But you crack it open, and instead of your fortune, it's your table number.
I love that.
How fun!
I love that
because it's also like interactive.
Yeah,
it's not just like find your name, sit down.
I just burped, and I love that. I'm sorry.
It's because we had nerd clusters for breakfast.
It's because I had nerd clusters for breakfast. I texted Peyton, and speaking of like the little gifts that that you put together for your guests, if they're not all taken by the end of the night, we take some. We take some and we put them at the office, and I eat the nerd clusters.
Yeah, that does happen often.
Anyway, I texted Peyton that I said I need some sugar like the little kids on
Toddlers and
Tiaras. My go-go juice.
Your go-go clusters.
No, fortune cookie. I want to do it really bad. And I think it's still on trend because it's so unique. I've only ever seen it a few times.
So what type of bride do you think it fits? Because I'm trying to imagine like the aesthetics that are going on right now. So like, all super neutral, the garden party, like what vibe do you see it being appropriate for?
I feel like it would need to be city. Like a city, like we need Lauren on it or someone. Like one of our city girls, Nina.
Yeah.
Nina, let's do it.
It's not going to fit a beach wedding, that's for sure.
No, not unless we do, because it is a thing here sometimes if you get like the right person to do sushi for cocktail hour. And if you wanted to like go with that theme, you could do a fortune cookie.
Okay.
But I feel like that would be kind of cool. Or if you're just looking for something unique, like you would need a unique bride that's like open to ideas and hasn't thought about it herself. Because like a lot of ideas we have are ones that we don't see all the time. Whereas like a lot of brides here in the Low Country have like a very specific image.
Yeah,
but I feel like one of our city girls could do it.
Yeah.
Like a fun, like a high-rise building. I don't know. I see it. I don't see it outside even. I see it.
Yeah, I don't see it outside either.
I feel like it'd be really cool. Like maybe our Dallas girl, like someone in a downtown vibe.
Yeah. I was just curious because I was trying to imagine like what I would see around it, and I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'd see like colorful florals and like it was
Just like fun.
yeah, you know those LED dance floors. I see an LED dance floor.
So fortune cookie led you to LED dance floor.
Yeah, that's how my brain works. Whatever.
Oh my gosh, if you don't quit hitting the mic.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Okay, do you want me to go to the next one?
Yeah.
Okay, well this one was one that you saw or got sent to you, and it was the ice cream.
Yeah, Allison sent it to me because my bride coming up, her like favorite thing is ice cream. And they're doing a cake out of like kind of like obligation, like they want to do the tradition, but late night food is going to be Jenny's ice cream brought out on platters, like serving. And Allison sent me a seating chart that was literally like, I think it was dots. Was it Dippin' Dots?
It wasn't Dippin' Dots, but it was almost like
or not Dippin' Dots. What are those things?
It was like an ice cream cube. I don't know.
It's the things Dibs. And you remember whenever Kim Kardashian was dating Pete Davidson, she was like, he introduced me to these things called Dibs. I can't get enough of them. And I was like, she's just like us. But yeah, anyway, it was relatable. Like, I have no clue where they got this from. It has to be like
because
so specially made or some really cool rental company in like LA has it. But
because they also, it wasn't just like, you know, the seating chart's got like a shelf and you pick up, you know, whatever. They were like in the wall. Like there was a circular, think like Ben and Jerry's
there was dry
container.
Ice.
Yes.
Like coming, like, so it was a live refrigerator.
And it's like cool.
It was really cool. It was really cool.
I mean,
I know,
literally cool.
But it was literally cold. It was being refrigerated, and it was one for every single guest. And on the lid of the thing was your table number. So like the name was above, or maybe it was the name and the table number, but like every single guest had a little ice cream pint. Yeah. It was really cool, but we would have to get that specially made.
Oh yeah.
And I don't even know who would make that. I'd have to call up Lowe's. 911
but also,
Lowe's.
Like, I just think about that with like some of our spring and summer weddings where it's like 90 degrees out.
Oh my God.
And they're like, can you put the cake out now?
No. No.
We also can't put your ice cream wall out.
And if we do put your cake out, and you see that there's bugs and it's melting.
It is what it is.
And you wanted to have a white cake outside, I don't know what to tell you. We will scrape off the bugs, but you're going to eat it. Anyway. That's my spiel.
Well, sticking with the ice cream theme, I saw another one, and you got your own custom ice cream scoop. And so on the handle was your name and table, I guess. Or maybe it was just your name, but your table was like a little tag or something, because you don't really need like table 7 forever.
Yeah.
And I think the top of it was like scooped up or something.
That's really cute.
Yeah.
That's really, really cute. Did they bring out tubs of ice cream?
You know, that would make the most sense.
They probably did.
There had to have been another ice cream element other than just here's an ice cream scoop.
Yeah, for sure.
I would think.
Maybe every table got a gallon of ice cream. That sounds ideal to me.
Yeah.
They bring out, if y'all are from Texas.
You just complained about cake outside, but sure, we'll do tubs of ice cream.
Well, we can bring it out. We can bring it out from the kitchen,
you
know, or like from a freezer. But like Bluebell ice cream. Mm-hmm. I know you're vegan, but I think they have vegan ice cream now. But Bluebell, like a gallon of Bluebell on each table.
Yeah.
That'd be a Texas wedding. For sure.
Dallas is from Texas. I don't know if you guys know.
Hey, I'm from Texas. Did you know I'm from Texas? I say it every podcast. It's relevant.
Oh, okay. Well, this one's fitting because, by the time this comes out, the Masters will have been way done. But currently, are they still happening?
I thought it was over.
I don't know. I saw it on TikTok. Anyways, this one, so it's a green wall. And at the top it says, our favorite people by par. And you get a little, so they're like
I want to see.
A bunch of tees lined up on a shelf with a custom golf ball on top.
That we could get away with here. We could do that here, absolutely.
Screams Myrtle Beach.
It screams Myrtle Beach. It screams.
We're a very popular golf.
This whole area, like all of South Carolina's coast, like from like North Carolina to Georgia is and even Florida, I'm sure, is like huge golf country. So this is very feasible. Like my groom and one of my grooms in the fall, huge golfer. I'm actually literally going to send that to them.
Okay.
He's like stoked about golfing at Debadoo. Like I'm pretty sure they're getting married there because he can golf that morning.
Debadoo, Caledonia.
Yeah.
Where else is?
I don't know, a ton.
Yeah, I mean they're all over. So.
Yeah. Those are just wedding venues that happen to be golf courses here. Pretty sure Wachisaw has a golf course.
Yep. Clearly it's not our expertise.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest golfer that there ever was, I'll be honest.
Yeah, my golfing is limited to putt-putt. So, and even then it's questionable.
I love putt-putt.
I'm so bad at it.
I love it. I think it's so fun.
We should go. There's a million places to
I
go
want
around
to.
here.
Every time I say I want to go to putt-putt, Caroline's like, oh my God, don't be one of those people. Because Caroline grew up here. But here in Myrtle Beach, if you've ever been, there's a putt-putt course on every single corner. Like, actually.
It's a putt-putt place, and then it's a beach store. And it's a putt-putt place,
and then a beach store, and then an ice cream shop sometimes.
Yeah.
Every, 3 beach stores is an ice cream shop. Yeah.
Okay, we'll move on to this one because we also just had March Madness.
Yeah.
So this one, the top says our love bracket, and in the center of the wall is a basketball hoop. It's gold, of course.
Yeah.
And then it's built like a bracket, so each bracket's got a table number, and then underneath is the list of people at that table.
Oh, I like that. Again, it would take a very specific couple.
Yes.
It would have
to be
huge basketball
fans, yeah. Because it doesn't make sense out of,
I mean, even if they were, I don't even know if it'd be normal if they were just basketball fans. I'd be really mega fans. I'd be concerned. But maybe they both played basketball in college or something. A lot of basketball players end up marrying each other.
Or it's got something to do with how they met, or
they
that'd
be cool.
Yeah. So, but I think that's why I like all of these so much, because you kind of get to learn about the couple. I mean, obviously if you're going, about the couple.
And it encourages people to not just get a sign printed from Etsy. If you can do something bigger, think of something that you and your spouse really, really like and try to make it into something, because those are all so unique. I would think about that forever. If I went to a wedding and I got a golf ball from it and I was into golfing, I'd be like, every time I use the golf ball, can you use a golf ball more than once?
I think so. I don't think
maybe I can't use a golf ball more than once
because you won't know where it went.
I have no clue. I'll put Can I put an air tag on my golf ball?
Absolutely.
Anyway,
not.
I think it'd be really cool. Same, or like baseball. A lot of people are really into baseball. Yeah, you do something with a home run. I hit a home run. You could do any sport. You could do something really cool.
Yeah. I wonder how you lay it out with baseball though, because
you just get a baseball, kind of like you'd get a golf ball.
Okay, and have it on display?
Yeah.
Okay.
And instead of a garter toss, you throw a baseball.
That could be dangerous.
You pitch a baseball from the dance floor to the back.
Right.
You'd have to have a weak pitch.
For sure.
Or you take everybody else.
But that'd be fun to have it custom, with, date or name or whatever.
Exactly.
Okay, well, sticking with the sport theme, so this one is soccer.
Love that.
Find your seat and let's kick off the night.
That's cute.
But let me think how I can explain this, since it's podcast and not a video. Right. So obviously it's a huge wall.
Yes.
And then there's a vinyl layout of a soccer field. So, the big circle in the middle, and
I'm familiar.
It's a layout, right? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Dallas played soccer. Okay. Well,
I played soccer in Texas.
Some of us didn't play soccer, so I'm trying to explain it, okay?
It's okay.
So then on top of that is just acrylic slats with a list of guests, and it goes with their table numbers. So it's a little different than the basketball one. It doesn't directly correlate with the bracket or the layout of the field or whatever. But this one, you still get the idea.
I like that because, I'm going to be a little condescending. Okay. But that I was just making fun of someone who would do a basketball themed bracket even if they didn't play basketball. But soccer fans or football fans, European football fans, they go hard.
Yeah.
Their whole personalities are that team. They ride or die for that team. Mm-hmm. So I could see that being more of a possibility than
without
basketball.
A direct connection.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to play soccer in college to have a soccer one.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I've
never seen that before.
I like the let's kick off the night. I think that's cute.
Oh, that's also very cute. Yeah.
Okay. So now we're gonna go to some like floral themed ones. So at the top of it said our best buds, and then you just got like an individual flower and it had like a little tag with your
That's so cute.
name on it.
Didn't we do? Are we doing that, or didn't we do that recently?
I don't know.
Or we're doing it. I think we're doing it.
Okay.
I think we're doing that, or
Right.
we've done it. I know it's been talked about a lot before in this office,
Oh, I didn't know that.
but I don't fully pay attention when other people are talking.
Maybe
so
it's somebody else's bride.
maybe it is, but I think that one's really cool. Oop,
It's okay.
I hit the microphone again. I think it's really cool because then you get to take something home that's like alive, you know, like a plant,
Yeah.
such as, but not limited to a plant.
Sticking with the plant theme. This one said, "I pick you."
That's
so it's
cute.
a wall, and then it's got like flower boxes, and then there's like flowers around it. But what you take out is like, you know, when you get like a plant from Lowe's and it's got like the label in it. So this is like that, but it's wooden.
Oh, cute! I
and
love those.
And it's got like name and number on it, and you
That's really
get to take
clever.
that home.
That's very clever. And you know what? My mom would take that home, and she would also take home anyone else's who
Didn't
left
want it
She
with
would.
somebody else's name on it.
Yep. And then that plant that she planted would be named like Deborah.
Okay.
Like Deborah's growing really well. She would love that.
This one's also really cute. It says nuts about you, and then it just got like little jars of nuts with the table number.
That's cute. As a peanut butter girl, I would do that.
Okay. Well,
See, like doing something personal.
and those also they double as your favor.
Yeah.
2-for-1 deal, you know?
Yes. Like the nerds could have been like,
Yeah.
I'm nerdy for you.
Oh my god.
Probably not that, but you get what I'm saying. Like it is like your take home. And then people, whenever you put out favors, like we have to point it out to people. So if you don't
to
have
take them.
yeah. So if you don't have a wedding planner to point that out, like very rarely do people find it because it's always on like sometimes you can't fit all of them on one table with like your guest book and everything. In fact, you shouldn't because then it looks more messy in my opinion. But anyway,
I just like things that are useful.
yeah, me too.
Like, hot take, I'm a koozie hater.
I am too. I like it because it's.
But I mean,
sweet
there
and
are people that
personal.
love it. Like, I know, like it's a big
Yeah.
hit here. Like, people always take them home. I mean, I'm not, but
Well, it's a big tailgate world here,
yeah.
so like koozies are used.
I mean, I also don't drink, so who am I to talk?
Put a Diet Coke in there, girl.
Yeah, I know.
I used to take one from each wedding I did, and now I have too many koozies. But I don't hate them. Like, they're useful.
Yeah, maybe it's just.
But
that I
it's
don't
just
use them.
overdone.
Yeah.
There's other things we can
Well,
do.
like, I'll take a jar of peanuts home. I'm gonna eat
you
that.
know what? I always love matches.
Really?
I do. Some people collect matchbooks,
Yeah.
and I would if I was dedicated enough.
Yeah, I don't think it's like as popular of a thing here.
No,
It's
it's
like
not.
big in cities because you get them from what restaurants and stuff like
you
that.
get it from restaurants
Yeah.
and stuff, so it is kind of a trend.
I think you should go to a restaurant on the inlet and ask for a matchbook and see what happens.
And be like, a matchbook? What do you need that for? You need a lighter?
They'd look at you like you're crazy.
Yeah, literally.
Okay, so we're not done. I have a few more saved here.
I love it.
Still seating charts.
I'm having fun. I love this podcast about seating charts.
Well, I mean, you
It
don't
is
really
fun.
know what I'm talking about, which normally like you're the one leading the charge.
It is. I
so-
hate it. I keep looking at her iPad one. Like, I'm usually the one with my clipboard. I don't have my clipboard safety net. I'm over here gripping my my jacket because I need something to hold on to.
Okay, so this one it says I love you beyond measure, and you get little, what are these called? I mean, it's not a measuring.
A measuring tape? Wait.
No,
A tape? Wait.
It's not a measuring tape. It's
I
a
see
measuring
that.
cup,
Measuring
but it's
cups.
like not like the, not it
For
doesn't go.
flour and baking soda and
Yeah,
baking powder.
it's
a
like the mini
baking
ones, so it's
measuring.
not like you got a full like cup on there.
It's the tablespoon ones.
That's the word I'm looking for.
Yes.
And
The-
you know they're all hooked on a ring, and then on the ring it's a little tie with the name and where you're sitting.
Love that.
Yeah, because Dallas is a baker.
I used to have, I have a culinary
Ask
degree.
her how to
I
bake
still
a
have
carrot
it.
cake.
One time my final in college was to make a carrot cake. And my friends make fun of me for that because I was really stressed about it. It was stressful. Have you ever had to make a cake without a recipe?
To be fair, if someone said make something without a recipe,
Yeah.
I'd be very limited.
Even though it was the one recipe I had to study, it was still really stressful.
You know,
And I had to
you
explain the
make me a carrot
chemistry.
cake.
I did. I will. I'll make you a carrot cake.
Okay.
Um,
But like for you, like if this was yours,
Yeah,
like
that'd
it's
be
very
relevant.
personal touch.
and a lot of people are into baking too, so
Yeah.
it's not like I just need people to be more creative.
Right.
Like be
Well,
willing.
that's what we're here for. That's what this episode's for.
Right. Right.
All you got to do is save a few seating charts on Instagram, and Instagram will be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you love seating
They'll
charts?
figure it out.
Here you go." Because that's how I got all of these. My Explore page is flooded with them.
If you want to know about striped pants, my Pinterest can tell you because I looked it up a couple times. I'm looking for some good striped linen pants, and it's over. I'm gonna have striped linen pants all over my For You page for a while.
Yeah, be careful what you look up.
Yeah, seriously.
This one is giving more Palm Beach vibes.
Okay.
So the top says "coconuts for you." And then it's like a custom, well, I guess it's not necessarily custom, but it's like a little coconut drink. And then it's got a little tag with name and seating chart.
Have you seen the coconuts that people brand?
Yes. Yeah.
Those are cool.
That would be cool to do.
You'd have to have like someone live doing it though. I don't know if it'd
Why?
be something you could prep.
Why?
I don't know.
I think you can just brand it and it's good. And stick it on the wall.
Yeah, you're probably right. Maybe I'm just
I
feeling
mean, are they
like,
picking the coconut from the tree?
I'm just saying maybe they would want to drink it like ASAP.
Oh, you're thinking like
I'm thinking
straight
like
up
a
drink the
drink.
coconut
Drink the
water.
coconut water,
I
yeah.
don't think that's what's in these. It's
It's
probably
just a coconut to go.
tequila.
Right. Right. Yes.
Anyways, but this one's cool because it's not all just one wall either. It's like three separate walls, and they kind of.
Some of these work
God,
well.
Dallas.
Stop. I know. Some of these work well when you have a smaller wedding
Yeah.
because
Take
logistically,
some of these with a grain of
some
salt.
of these logistically is giving me anxiety. Like having to hang fortune cookies on a nail or replenish those coconuts or have enough walls for 175 coconuts to be on.
Yeah.
That'd be
Just
a
because
lot.
of the size of them.
the sheer size of a coconut.
Mhm. Right.
It'd be a lot. Well, I'm just thinking logistics. What else there was one that you said earlier that would also be logistically a nightmare. Besides the ice cream.
Take a shot every time Dallas touches the mic.
If you did that, you'd be at the hospital by the end of this. I can't remember which one it was, but one of them stressed me out.
Coconuts, measuring.
No.
Well, the ice cream. Well, we said that.
The ice cream would be
Ice cream
logistically-
scoop.
No. I don't remember.
Baseballs. Golf balls.
Oh, those would probably run away. Those
Yeah.
golf balls would probably fall.
I mean,
and
all it
run
would take
away.
was one person. Well, I mean, depending on how sturdy the wall is,
yeah.
one person like grabbing their golf ball a little too hard, and then
Yep.
they.
And then the rest is over for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Moving on. Okay, we're gonna go.
it's not about me.
We're gonna go back to ice cream.
Heck yeah.
So this one, again, it's like a big old wall, but it also has like an awning to it, so it looks like a little ice cream shop.
Like a little cafe.
Yep.
That's cute.
And it says "Dripping with Love."
Oh.
They've got some like vinyl decals of an ice cream cone,
Mm-hmm.
and then on the like shelf is glass jars with ice cream cones in them. So no ice
Mhm.
cream, just ice cream cone. But on the jar is the table number and the list of people underneath the table number.
Oh, so then do
So-
you grab a cone?
No, I think you just say, "Oh, my name's
Oh.
Dallas. I'm at table 7."
Oh.
Right.
I would think to grab the cone.
I mean, there's only like a couple cones in each, but I don't. But remember, how you were saying like logistically, how do we keep ice cream cold? This could be a good.
That would be a good. You would have to
alternative.
again. You'd still have to have ice cream incorporated into your night somehow. Otherwise, it's just kind of
a little out
little
of place.
out of place. Like if I saw that as a guest, I'd be like, "That's so cute." And then if I went home and I
Is there
didn't
ice
have
cream?
any ice cream, I'd be like, "Well, what did it have to do with anything?"
Yeah, I mean, especially when you make it as cute as this, like a little ice
So
cream shop. You're gonna be
cute.
like, "Where's my ice cream?" So, let's see, what else do I have on here? Oh, this one, very good for here. Our biggest fans at the top of the
We've
wall.
done that before.
We have?
Mm-hmm.
When?
Not as cute, though.
Okay.
Not on a wall.
Oh.
We've done them at place settings.
Oh,
And then it had a
okay.
little tag that said that.
Yeah.
But it is cute. And it's so, if you're getting married at any time that's remotely hot, please get fans for your guests because it actually does make a difference. Otherwise, they're going to be using your $100 programs that you spent so much time on. I know that because I would do that. And I have done that, and I'll do it again.
But these ones are small, so they're not huge, and they're just like tacked to the wall. Got a little
That's really cute.
label with a name and.
Ooh, I liked those florals that you just went past.
It's kind of like the
It's a little tag
pick
thing.
you,
Yep.
the flower
so
one.
Cute.
I just showed Dallas one we didn't like.
It was It was globes.
Okay, this one I think is going to be one of the ones that it's got to be right time and place.
Mm-hmm.
So it says, "Don't be blinded by our love."
Okay.
And then it's got sunglasses with your name, I guess, in like the top corner, and then your table number on the other corner.
I like that.
And it's got like this, it's, an installation. So
and then everyone wears them through the night, which is even funnier.
Yes.
For
like
photos.
during, and dancing and stuff like that.
I like that. And you can also, honestly, this one's very approachable. You can buy bulk sunglasses for not much.
Right.
Like, this is a good seating chart.
I mean, I think not that you should DIY it, but I think you could with like a Cricut or something.
You could.
Depending on your skills.
Yeah, or you could just
I would not.
rent them and also get decals made and then just buy the sunglasses and give them to us to label.
Yeah, true.
I love that. That's
but,
really cool.
it's very like, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say modern. Very fun, very... it's got like disco balls underneath this installation.
It's definitely minimalist
like
and new.
Yeah.
And it's very cute.
But yeah, I thought that was fun. Let's see. This one I think you'll really like. So it says, "Take a deck and shuffle to your seat."
Oh, I do love that.
So
these are cute.
You really said, "Are you really going to do a whole episode on seating charts, Peyton?"
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am going to do a whole episode on seating charts.
So again, it's got where you're sitting isn't on like the deck, like it's just like a custom deck that's made, but they have a frame with, table number and list of people. But again, one of those things that doubles as your favor.
My sister did that for her favor.
Did
a
cards?
Custom deck of cards. And I still use them to this day.
Yeah, I mean, you'll use.
But my family is a big canasta family. Anybody?
What is that?
Anybody out there play canasta? I love canasta. It's very fun. It's a card game.
Okay.
You might like it if you're patient, which sometimes she is. Most of the time she's not. But it's very fun. And my sister Shay is like super into board games. So like the table numbers were board games, and it was cute. But the cards that you like took home.
Personal touch.
Yep, personal touch.
This one's cute. This one would be good if you have a ton of guests. This one says, "Where in the world are you sitting?" It's in alphabetical order. It's a little envelope on the wall, and then you pull out I guess it's like a postcard.
Oh.
And so I think what happened was each table was like a place. So like this one's like Positano.
What I thought when I
when
saw
you get
this,
that-
like from far away, I thought immediately of our like, I don't want to call them weird, but
Okay.
quirky and special interest brides and grooms who love they want to have a subtle Game of Thrones themed wedding or a subtle Harry Potter themed wedding. I thought of I thought of that and saw the map.
I think this is a little bit better than that.
That is better than that, but I'm just saying sometimes we get some quirky people
Yeah.
who want to. Well, sometimes it is kind of cool because if you get it, you get it. If you go to one of these weddings and you know the stuff and you see it, it's
Right.
done and it can be done in a way that's really cool, but it can also be done in a way that's really not cool at all.
It can be done in a way that gives birthday party.
Yeah, that gives Disney adult. We're not trying to go for
Right.
Disney adult.
On to
Anyway,
the
this was
next.
way better because it was around the world, actual places. And then you find your table that has the place.
Yep. So this one, we just launched Aspen and Vale out in Colorado.
Yes.
So this one says, "Taking love to new heights," and it's a little acrylic ski lift.
It's a Christmas ornament.
And it hangs, so they've got it hanging on a
Are
wire
you
like it's
kidding?
going up the ski lift.
Oh my God, Alex. Are you listening? You better be. That is so cool.
Yep, and
That
it's
is
got
so
name and
cool.
table number on it.
That is so cool.
So again,
then
very
it has
personal.
And then you can put it on your tree because it has your names
Yeah,
on
you'll use it forever.
Yeah. I would put it on my Christmas tree.
Yeah, I know you would.
Yeah.
Okay, this one I want to see what your take is on it. Have you
Okay.
seen those? We're done with seating charts and scene. Those cakes where you like burn the top layer.
Yes.
Would you do that at a wedding or no?
No.
Okay, why not?
Because those cakes melt. Like the icing, you have to burn it so quickly after it's made.
Really?
I've heard.
Okay.
From the cake people I follow on Instagram, they're like, this is a horrible thing to make because the icing, like obviously if the buttercream, if you're using real butter, which hopefully you are, the butter, it like is
I knew
butter.
you were the person to ask about this.
Yes. If you're using shortening like buttercream, then I think it'll be fine because it's not real and it doesn't melt as fast.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're using real buttercream and like a good cake, the fat from the butter like seeps into that sugar paper because you
Okay.
have to like line it with frosting. And then it
Right.
just melts the sugar paper before you can burn it.
Oh.
But I
Because
think
I
a lot
thought
of
it
people are
would be
using,
like a cool. I don't know how you really like incorporate it into like the timeline.
Wait.
But thinking like old last name to like new last name.
oh, that's cool. Where could I put that?
Like during cake cutting, I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Did you see the drink that Caroline had last night? It
No.
was a little paper clip, like not a paper clip, clothespin, like a wooden
Uh-huh.
clothespin on the drink, like a little one, and it had a piece of paper of one of those papers that had something written on it,
Uh-huh.
and then underneath it, it had a gold coin, and so on the piece of paper, it said something like, "If he doesn't have money, he's not," or something like that, of like a joke about men needing money, and then they burn it away, and it's a little gold coin. So I'm thinking, I'm still on seating charts. But you like burn away the little paper and then you see what
okay.
seating chart you're at. And you say like, my love burns for you.
I see what you're saying. I'm just curious how we're giving all the guests lighters.
Yeah, maybe that's their favor. They get matches.
Oh, okay.
You have to go get the match.
And
It's
then
a
you
scavenger
burn
hunt.
it to right.
It's a scavenger hunt. All
You get the
200
custom
of your
match,
guests.
and then you burn something to reveal where you're sitting.
Yeah. And then you have to go find
I think
it.
that I think you're onto something,
I'm almost there.
but I don't know that we figured it out quite
We did
yet.
come up, before we moved from seating charts, I know we've been talking about it for 30 minutes, but we did come up with a really cool one for a bride who was a fan of Up, the movie.
Yes.
And like she wanted to do something incorporating those balloons.
Mm-hmm.
So we thought of popping the balloon and
And
you
you get
see your
your-
table number. So like at each like name, I think, right, Eliza, it was at each name there was a balloon. And then that person pops the balloon and it falls out with the table number.
What were they going to be connected to?
Like a wall. They were probably going to be nailed to the wall or
Okay.
something. Yeah. But I was really excited about it. She didn't end up doing it, but I wish she did. She did end up needing a seating chart
Right. So
about 2 days
should
before.
we segue into that?
Yeah, really quick. She did end up needing a seating chart about 2 days before.
Because, normally, like, I don't really do the wedding stuff,
Doesn't
the
do any of
last
the
minute
wedding
stuff. I do, all the behind the scenes. But this one, even I was involved.
The whole office was involved. We were like, all of us had our own weddings, but we were like all hands on deck to get this done. I always
So-
go into Home Goods to find a mirror.
Yeah,
and
so
then
the issue was we had a mirror, and we went to two of our usual places that do decals and stuff like that, and they both said that like the font was too small, they wouldn't be able to do it. They didn't have enough time because I think maybe
it was like
they
3
they
days.
were still figuring out seating chart or something like that, which is why we didn't have final. So it was a very rare occurrence that it got this
Yeah.
down to the wire, but. So we're like, okay, we got to go find another mirror. Dallas went to Home Goods, and then we're waiting on
Yeah.
confirmation to pick it up. We've got the confirmation to pick it up, and then Eliza had to go to Home Goods, and we had to make sure that it fit in somebody's car because it was 40
it
by
was
80.
huge. No, then I picked it up.
Oh, you picked it up?
I picked it up, and we had to take the company Tahoe with all of the seats down, and it still barely fit.
And then at this point, we have the mirror, but we still don't have confirmation on somebody that can do it because, like...
The decals, yeah.
Because we needed it so soon.
Literally the next day.
And so...
None of this would have happened if they didn't have a wedding planner, by the way. If they didn't have S&B as a
because it was
planner.
also a lot of, like... Not that somebody can't understand measurements, but it was also a lot of... I had to do a lot of measuring and, like, size talk with the design people to be like, okay, you know, font's this size, mirrors this.
Yeah, I would have no
width
clue
by,
how to do that.
Yeah. So, and also like you have to send correct files because they have to be able to like adjust it in their system. It's a whole thing. So
the point of this story is have your seating chart together a little earlier than a few days before, and also know what you want to do, and be sure of it.
Yeah, because it got so Friday morning, wedding Saturday, Friday morning. We're calling all over the Grand Strand.
Everyone in the office is calling.
We're getting a lot of no's.
Sign.
We're getting a lot of people that aren't even answering.
People are like, okay, let me see.
Yeah, and you're like, no, I need to know now.
I actually need you to email me now.
So we did finally have one of our regular guys be able to do it. So the mirror got dropped off at 1:30 p.m. the day before wedding.
That's crazy.
And I think Sarah picked it up on maybe by like 5 or something like that.
Yeah. So. That's crazy. It was truly...
Yeah, which is kind of ironic that all of that happened because we were not planning to talk about, or I think we were planning to talk about some seating charts, but then we had this whole seating chart fiasco.
Yeah.
And here we are.
And here we
are. It got done, though. That's why you hire a planner.
Exactly. Preach. That's exactly why you hire a planner, because it wouldn't have happened.
Okay, so some of these are just random. I don't necessarily know that they have a theme, but I saw this one and I want to know your take on it. It was a save the date. But the back of it was like a full magnet. Like the whole thing was a magnet instead of just like a paper. And the reason I liked that was because I was like, you know, what people do with these is they stick them on their fridge.
Yes. I have like 3 on my fridge right now.
And you know what? That's all they're going to do with it. And then they're going to go to your wedding and then they're going to throw it away.
They will. Sorry. Your grandma might not.
Grandma might keep it, but...
But like... Ashlyn, it's being taken off of my fridge as soon as that wedding's over, baby. Love you, but
I don't know that it's necessarily.
I think that's cool,
the nicest, or doesn't necessarily give luxury, but it does give practicality.
And she's all about practicality, if anything. if Peyton's anything, she's practical.
All you do is open it up and stick
it is cool, and it can still look pretty on the front.
Yeah, I mean, don't like get them from CVS. I mean,
or don't. Yeah, don't do that.
No,
but I think it is an option on Minted. I think you can do that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, save a step for your guest, I guess.
I think that's cool.
So what do you think about? It's definitely not a new trend, but like the selfie mirrors that people have at weddings now. So it'll be like we did it at Bridal Expo. This year, and it just said like let's party or something like that. Yeah. Do you think people are going to take advantage of that being there for like a picture for social media? Like, is it worth it, or is it just kind of like
I feel like photo booths are going out. You know what I think is coming in? Like a classic photo booth where you go inside the booth and you get black and white photos. Like an actual photo
So when
booth.
you say, so you mean like you think photo ops and photo booths are...
Yeah. Like getting a digital, I mean, what are you going to post? Are you going to post a cute photo that you posed for that's like a phone being taken?
Booth.
Or are you going to post the like photo booth photo?
One. Yeah.
Maybe you'll post it like, if you're, it could be fun if you're, have a party crowd and like they get funny and rowdy and they, you know, have hats on or something. Like that could be fun memories to have, but
like you, like one where you go in.
One where you go in and you get a physical, yes, and you have a physical image afterwards, not like you have to scan something and get a digital.
Yeah.
I just think that's like going to be a trend soon.
I love it.
Because it ebbs and flows.
One thing that I've been begging Ryan to do is get a glam bot.
Ryan, get a glam bot. And you know what? Last time he was here,
he said
we talked about it again, and then he was like, those are too expensive. It's crazy. And then he goes.
He found a DJ in Florida that has one, so he's like, I'm going to see what the deal is.
Yeah. Because the 360 photo booth, I will say, is kind of cool.
Yeah.
But it takes up a lot of room, and it's not very pretty. But a glam bot Imagine.
I don't know how much room a glam bot
Wait.
takes.
Imagine having a glam bot set up as your guests arrive.
Yeah.
You have them arrive like maybe an hour ahead instead of 30 minutes ahead, just so that everyone can get glam botted on their
Because
way in.
it doesn't matter what celebrity comes across my page that's doing a glam bot. I'm
gonna watch it.
it.
I'm going to watch it. And if I went to a wedding with a glam bot, that'd be so cool.
I would eat it up.
That's like one of those things that you would really only get to do if you go to a red carpet and you're like famous.
Yeah.
But I'm not famous, and I'm
never gonna get a chance to.
I'm never gonna be on a glam. Well, maybe I'll be on a glam bot one day. I don't know what for, but I'm just saying, like, I want my Ariana Grande poofy skirt moment.
Yeah, you want your moment.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be so fun.
And if I knew there was a glam bot going in, like on your invitation, say arrive early to be glam botted. I don't know. If I knew that was a thing, I would get like the coolest wedding guest dress.
Yeah, that'd be
I would not
so
just
fun.
arrive in like a black dress.
No.
I would be arriving in like one of those layered, floofy, cool anthropology dresses.
Yeah, that'd be so fun.
I want a glam bot, Ryan. Please. Everyone in the office saying, yeah, get a glam bot.
Okay, let's see what else we got on here. We've talked about this one a little bit, but the person that comes and draws you or your guests, or
a live
yeah,
sketch artists, not the goofy sketch artists that give you big ears.
No.
The ones that like do watercolors or like a single line drawing. I think those are cool.
Yeah. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, so we did this at Sarah's party, which we've talked about this a little bit before on the podcast, but we did it at Sarah's party, and I just remembered, I think mine is still in your glove box.
It is. I keep Peyton's. Peyton got hers, and then we put it in my glove box for some reason. I don't remember why. I think
I rode with you.
You left it. No. You
left it in the back seat.
Yeah, you left it in the back seat, and then I was like, oh, I'll just give it to her. So I put it in my glove box, so it didn't. I was worried it would like get messed up in the sun or something.
But that's another one that I really love because
I love that too. It is cool.
Experience and a favor. Because I know when we got to Sarah's party, I was like, be first.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was
Literally.
really fun.
It was so cool. And then people were kind of standing around watching, and it like gave something to do besides dance if you're not a big dancer. Yeah. Is that a patterned bar front I see?
Yes. So
don't leave your bar front naked. Put something on it. I love that. Decals are not that expensive, guys. And that is such a big like you can add so much personality. You can make it look so custom for so not that much money.
Yeah. So this one is circular bar. It's like a half. I don't know. You know the
curved
terms.
bar. Yeah.
So it's that, but then behind it is a wall, and it meets in a point behind the bar. So you've got kind of like a little bit of space. I don't know that this makes sense bar wise because I know like you have to like I think Amanda likes to have a table behind the bar. But
Yeah,
so
I think you're supposed to have a bar back. Yeah.
Okay, well I don't know how
probably have
logistically
one.
correct this is, but so it's two walls that meet in a point. So on one wall is a note from bride to groom, and on the other wall, groom to bride. And it's just something short. It's like a couple sentences. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but it's like a little personal touch.
Cool. That is thought through.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
And it, again, like all of these things that are big, like these walls, like they give art installation. Like
Yes.
It's going to tie into all of your decor and make it like a focal point.
Yeah. And memorable. That is really cool.
Yeah.
And the bar on that photo was fully wallpapered, which is also really cool.
And
we've done that before.
So, but that was my full list. Do you have anything that you wanted to talk about?
I'm trying to think of any trends I've seen or want to do, like on Instagram.
Your wedding wish list of sorts.
Yeah, I really want one of our brides to have a super whimsical dress that has a hood. I've been seeing that. That's been on trend. We talked about it with the wedding specialist. What was her like nickname?
Oh, wedding fashion.
Yes,
expert,
wedding fashion
Mary.
expert. Loved her. We talked about it kind of with her, but the hoods I think are so cool. It's like giving medieval vibes almost.
So logistically, I'm asking. I don't know these things. I'm asking. So is the hood worn down the aisle and then taken off like a veil?
Yeah.
Or okay.
I think
and is it
And you know what else I want to see more of?
Okay.
Which, this is so old school, but I think it could come back. I want to see the bride be unveiled. No one wears the veil in the front anymore. And like he takes it and like pushes it back.
I'm going to be on the other side of the fence on this one. It's weird.
I think it could be so dramatic and cool. I've never seen it in person. I've only ever seen it on like
but then you say like
movies.
Your whole vows with something over your face.
Oh no,
right?
I think he would do it in the beginning.
Okay.
I think like
because
in the olden days.
I was gonna say olden days. It's like you kiss your bride and then it's like.
Yeah, I think you keep it on, but I think if you're doing it for the drama.
For the drama.
He like flips it back, you know.
Yeah.
And then you give your bouquet back, and then she flips.
I did just send you this really cool veil video. So the bride was like, let's see if I can explain this. The bride was like squatted down.
Okay.
Do you remember what I'm talking about? You probably didn't watch it.
Probably
Anyways, she's got her veil. It's like a big veil. And so there's people on either side of her. She's like got one person behind her, one person in front of her. Like good bit of space. They've got the veil. And as she stands up, they drop the veil.
I did watch this.
Comes down
and it goes down her whole, and it's a hood veil.
And they do it in slow-mo, and it is
magical.
Beautiful.
See, that's the vibe. I mean, I'm not saying like old cathedral weird veil. I'm saying like as a trend, like a beautiful veil moment.
Yeah.
Like a cool.
What do you think
modern.
about like I guess you'd call it like a cape.
I think that's really cool too.
I guess those technically connect to the.
Listen, if you're doing
you
could. If you're doing an outdoor wedding and you have to walk down the aisle outside or on rocks or through pavement and then outside or whatever, just know your veil is probably going to be ripped off. Yeah. And we're there to fix it. We'll fix it for you. But those, what are they called? The bobby pin veil. I don't know. The crown that you have to stick into the bun or whatever. Yeah. If you're not wearing a bun, it's not going to stick. And like buns are kind of going out for the most part for veils. It's just not. It always falls out, and then all day you're putting it back in, and then I think the cape is a cooler alternative. And I think if you're doing an outdoor wedding, you should think about a cape. Be cool.
And seen.
And seen. Just be cooler. Anyway.
Anything else that you want to cover before we wrap up?
No, I don't think so. Thanks for coming on your podcast.
Yeah. Happy to be here.
Maybe she'll come back if I don't keep bumping the microphone.
Yeah, maybe. You got to work on that. My other thing is when you guys have your coffee and you just slam it down on the table.
We don't slam it, though. It's just a gentle.
Right.
Maybe I'm going to blame that on Caroline.
Okay. Well, why don't you go ahead and wrap up for us since you're the pro at this.
Everybody go follow our Instagram. Listen to our podcast on Apple Music, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcasts. Follow our new Instagram for the podcast to see funny memes.
Give us a rating, too, if you like listening.
Yeah. Rate us. We got a really funny one the other day, so give us a good rating.
We got our first hate comment.
Yay,
We're making it in the world. What's funny is we didn't even know it was there. It was from months ago.
We had no clue.
Shows how much we really care.
But it reminded us that we can get reviews, so give us a little review,
give us a little
rating. And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.